he knew how to handle action. And that'd be cool. Mark Dacascos. And no, I don't mean he has to do fucking martial arts on him. I just mean, Mark Dacascos, that's a guy you believe is badass, and he's done movies where he just has guns like DNA, which is pretty much a Predator ripoff, and he was good in that one. The Steve Wayne is a creature effects guy. He worked with Rick Baker, and he worked with Stan Winston on creature effects. Weirdly enough, I think that guy actually worked on some effects work on AVPR. And granted, I mean, the alien, some of the creatures look good. It's just they didn't, the director didn't do the best job. Even though it's a guilty pleasure, I didn't admit that. Steve Wayne. I mean, I haven't seen Guyver 2, but I've heard good things, and Drive was excellent. So Drive, yeah, Steve Wayne, that's another one. I wouldn't mind to see come back and direct a fucking. The guy knows effects, and he knows action. So yeah, that's a bunch of them. I would love to see any of them. I can't get that, the guys who did Crane to Crane 2 doing the AVPR, just how crazy and fucking. Chev Chelios versus Alien versus Predator. The guy who can die versus the ultimate hunter and the ultimate enemy. I'd see that movie. I'd buy that for $1. If they ever make another Halloween film, should it be a sequel to Resurrection, a Resurrection reboot, or an unrelated film like some of the comic one-shots? Well, they're going to make another Halloween. It's going to be a sequel to Rob Zombie's shitfest. But in a perfect world, like in my world of my brain, I would love to see a reboot of Resurrection. Just take the sequel to H2O. Honestly, I would just fucking. Yeah, I guess I would do that. I don't know what the story would be. Because I think H2O, they just should have ended there. But I wish I knew. But yeah, I would rather just see. If I had my choice, I would rather see no Resurrection. And a sequel to H2O. Maybe be, I don't know. Michael Myers is trying to find Laurie Strode's son, and Laurie Strode's on the hunt, chasing Michael Myers down. Michael Myers killing everybody in their path, and Laurie Strode's trying to help people, and the chase is on. I don't know. I really don't. What Batman villains would you like to see used in Nolan's third film? I really don't care, because I like the Batman movies, but if they didn't make a third one, I would not cry a teardrop. I would not give a shit. Because I didn't follow Batman comics, and I didn't follow Batman TV shows, and I didn't follow Batman animated series. Do I like some of the movies? Yes. That's about as far as I go, so as for a villain, I really don't know. I'm trying to think what villains there are. I know they did Joker. Scarecrow. Fuck, do I know, man. Yeah, I can't even tell you. What are your ideas for a fifth Rambo film? You mean if Stallone had actually decided to make one instead of not? Honestly, I'm one of those few who like the idea that he was going to go for the sci-fi route. Because that was sort of my idea for fucking, someone said, what's my ideal horror film? And that's it right there. Rambo, go after some badass creature, kicking his ass. So it's pretty much my ideal horror film, almost, So that would have been it, But a lot of people hated the idea. And I would have loved to have seen it, I know some people, but I think it would have been cool. It would have been fucked up, and that would have been awesome. It's like, that's fucked up. We gotta go see that. Rambo kicking some creature ass. That's fucked up. I want to see that. Just my opinion. Mr. DVD Reviews asks, what is a horror film you believe needs a remake? Needs a remake. Well, there's always my idea of Zombie Cop, which there was a film called Zombie Cop. It's an ultra low budget by J.R. Brookwalter. It was back when they only had like $3,000, and it was like they had a deal where they had to make these films in like 2 weeks, and they had like no chance of doing anything with them. But yeah, I mean, Zombie Cop, where you actually get the effects and you get the rated R and you get the sense of humor of like a cop who he gets his head cut off and he gets pissed. He puts on a dashboard. He's driving down. People looking at him funny. He picks it up, looks to the side. But what the fuck's your problem? He's on fire and he's still a piece of shit out of someone. There's a car coming. He has no gun, so he goes shoulder first right into the front wheel of the car to make the car flip over. He pushes a guy. They fall through a sign, and the sign falls on him. And he goes, "Can someone get this fucking sign off my back?" Or he rips his eyeball out, but you can still see it, and he attaches it to something so that he can see. And it's like a video camera, but you can still see out of that eye. Well, he cuts his arm off, and the arm still can walk. Like, he cuts his arm off, and it goes, and it like carries a little machine gun, and just stands there, and that's where he takes an eyeball, attaches to the hand, and it walks, and sort of looks with, like, it walks, and then it looks with the eye. Then it sort of grabs the gun. You can do a lot with imagination. You could be imaginative. You could pretty much go all out. As for films maybe someone has heard of, but that would be my number one choice. A remake. Well, I would much rather see some of the original, or even if it's a rip-off, it's more fun than the remake. Might be the same, but it's different. I know that doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. There's a film I enjoy called The Deaths of Ian Stone, but if they had better effects, I think it'd be a fantastic movie. But I really like the film. I would actually like to have that on DVD. It was a nice, cool idea about a guy. These things keep chasing him, and they keep killing him. But every time he dies, he wakes up in like another life. So like one life he's a hockey player and he gets killed. Then he wakes up and he's some other life. And he's trying to figure out, why the fuck are these things? Why do they keep killing me? Why am I still alive? Like, I found it a very intriguing, interesting movie. And I reviewed it, and not many people like it, but I loved it. Because I thought it was such a cool idea. And the effects aren't good because it's, a direct-to-DVD movie, and it's low budget. But you do that high budget, not even that much, just enough to make the effects good, you got a great fucking movie. It's just a really neat story that I really enjoy. I went, wow, it's called The Deaths of Ian Stone. It's such the effects aren't great, but the idea, and I like the performances, and it's kind of like it's almost like a superhero, like Blade type movie, because the guy finds out that he's actually one of these things, and he sort of left them, and now he's trying to, he decides to go after them and kick ass, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it, so I would pick that and Zombie Cop, and Alien 3 with the idea that they originally went with, or that was in that one script. But I don't think you can remake specific sequels. That'd be nice, but you can't. So I think that would be it. I can't think of anything more. Let's see. GTA Fan 421. Do you have a favorite Metallica song? I think Enter Sandman. I think it'd have to be Enter Sandman. Often, never, every land. Yeah, it'd have to be Enter Sandman. I think that's a really badass song.